Greg, continuing with your analogy that everybody's got their feet in the boat and they're moving, paddling in the right direction. What's the water condition? Is it rough? Are the seas rough in your mind at this point in time? Have they calmed at all in the last couple of weeks?
From my standpoint, in terms of the transition, yeah, it's been as easy a transition, and you always hear other coaches going through that, whether it be an assistant to a head coach or taking over a program and starting completely over. The transition is always something people talk to me about, and this really has been, as I think, in two parts why it's been so easy for me and for our staff. Number one, I've got great people around me, and I've said that from day one. Also part of those people are our players, and they're the most important piece that has jumped in, and obviously they went through that transition time emotionally. It was hard for everybody for a couple days, and then you move on. And then secondly, I don't allow it to affect any, people that know me pretty well know that my boat doesn't rock one way or the other. I don't get too high when things go really well, and I don't get too low when things aren't going well. So from that standpoint, we just got to continuing to move forward. I shared a story with the team yesterday, and you wonder how they are doing, how they're going to respond to losses. And to make it in a nutshell, about 3-4 weeks ago, the team went to visit a young lady in hospice who passed away this past week. And we talked about adversity and what they have gone through. And, hey, yeah, you've had a few tough losses. They've been right there. But to really define adversity and apply it to what real adversity is. So we talked about that, and they were aware of her, and I got a chance to spend some time with her, and I got a chance to spend some time with their family back in early December. But I also used some other examples. My own personal example with my dad. I talked about Coach Moore and some things that he's gone through with his family. Coach Close, Coach Paris, losing his dad to a heart attack when he was younger. Khalil Iverson lost his father a year ago to a heart attack. There are things that are real. That's real adversity. That's real life things that people have to go through and grow through. And I said, hey, the moment you're feeling sorry for yourself and you want to have a pity party, go over to the University Hospital and sit at the valet for a while, about 30 minutes, because I spent a lot of time there over the last 6 months. You just sit there for a while, and you'll realize, I said, if that doesn't sink in, then go to the American Family Children's Hospital. Go up to the cancer ward where all the cancer patients are that are kids where they're fighting for their lives and trying to get to the next birthday, get to the next Christmas, and then come back and tell me how tough you have it, or, wow, we got beat by a really good team, we played really well, and we got beat by an All-American who had hit a 26-footer that was a tough shot. Let's move on. So I think that gave them a little bit of a reality check. If there was ever any sliver of woe is me in the room, and if I smell any of that, I'll stomp it out really quickly. But I think they understood where I was coming from, because I got a lot of nods, and all 17 guys eyes were big and they were focused. So that, from a standpoint, do we take this game seriously? Absolutely. Is this program built on pride and all the things that encompass it? Absolutely. But at the same time, we grow and we learn and we move on and we get better. But there are other things out there that some of us have gone through, some of our guys have gone through. And I said, if you haven't gone through something like that yet, you will. It's a matter of time in your life, you will. That'll help you give better perspective to how we grow and how we learn.